Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to race number 5 of the Snickers Cup Series as we prepare for the 25-lap event here today at California Speedway, Auto Club Speedway, also known that. Pretty much the big story here today is who can knock off Timmy Pacioli's streak. So far, 4 races, 4 wins. Started all the way back in the Mobile One Cup Series race at Bullet Super Speedway. He took that win. The following day at Bullet Super Speedway in the Snickers Cup Series, he took that win. Then last week, or actually make it this week, here in the Truck Series, we had the number 33 truck of Timmy Pacioli going to victory lane then, and then yesterday in the Mobile One Cup Series, picks up his second win this season in the Mobile One Cup Series, winning here at Auto Club Speedway. So the question really remains is the fact that can anybody stop the number 92 Dodge from getting up to the front, winning this race, and continuing his NNSCRA win streak to 5? This is going to be very interesting to see if we will have a different winner go to victory lane. Timmy Pacioli just has been so dominant so far in the NNSCRA this year, and he also comes in to the Snickers Cup Series here today as the points leader. Alright, so here's the way they line up for today's race. How about Joshua Courier? This guy's outside the top 35, needed a good run here today at Auto Club, and he's got it started off the right way on the pole for today's race in the Shell Pennzoil Dodge. He'll start alongside of John Dillon, who just barely missed getting his first win in the NNSCRA last week at Bullet Super Speedway, but Timmy Pacioli was able to outduel him for that spot on the final lap. Then it's going to be Jordan Hesder, guy who really needs a good run. He's outside the top 35 in that 11 car, and he'll start alongside of Matthew Rodriguez. Then it's Noel Stiller. He's going to start beside of Ray Wilson. Arnold Columbia alongside of Adam Chambers. James Bald will start beside of Jake Berg. Then it's Ziggy Bain alongside of Shane Green. Nick Eggleston will start beside Evan Nugent, Kenny McCurry, alongside of Dougie Shears, our defending Snickers Cup Series champion. Patrick Murphy will start off alongside of our points leader, Timmy Pacioli. He's starting about mid-pack. Vincent Marsh will start alongside of Jared Crocious. Neil Cars alongside of Jonathan Morris. Alex Lozano beside T.O. Bain. Then it's Ralph Green alongside of John Brace. Anthony McCurry going to start alongside of Christian James. Devin Wilson beside Trent Whitney. Then it's going to be John Worry beside of Felix Harris. James McLeod will start off alongside of Jack Richards. And then it's going to be Sean Galligan beside of Corey Williams. Jake Cole with Robert Bann. Angel D'Souza, Stephen Dillon. Then Jack Nathan will start to the high side of Harold Columbia to round out the field. So, we mentioned Timmy Pacioli. Let's talk about a few other drivers who really need good runs here today in order to get back into contention. One of those drivers, and he's actually very good here at California, is our defending Snickers Cup Series champion, Dougie Shears. Now remember, he started out the season in the 8 car, did not get off to a good start. I believe it was 2 straight DNFs in 2 finishes. Well, then he decided he would switch over that ride to Adam Rose. Rose has not yet been able to qualify that 8 car into a race since the swap. Dougie Shears, however, the benefit of having the 83 be in the top 35, has been able to make every race. And here at California, he just barely missed getting the win in the Truck Series race 2 days ago. Here at California, Timmy Pacioli able to get the win just ahead of the 99 Napa Toyota, and so Dougie Shears had to settle for second. Also Dougie with a pretty good run in the Mobile One Cup Series race, even though the car kind of fell off near the end. And then here today, he's going to be trying to look for that same momentum to maybe get him up into the top 5, maybe even a win, and that could help him get back up there, possibly challenge for the championship once we get to the end of the season. Well, we are on race number 5 here today, which means we have reached pretty much 25% of the way through the season 2. We have 20 races total, 15 of them regular season races, 5 of them chase races, and so we're going to be command to fire the engines has been given. So we have reached pretty much 33% of the way through the regular season races before the chase will begin. Remember, same format as last year. 10 drivers will get in based on being in the top 10 in points, and 2 drivers will get in based on the wild card spots. So a lot of these drivers, they may not get up into the top 10, so they've got to get out there and win races in order to be in contention for positions such as that. So Joshua Courier, and right behind him, the Toyota of Jordan Hester. These two guys need good finishes because they are outside the top 35 in points. Also, Ray Wilson back there in the 15 Napa Toyota. I believe he's outside the top 35 as well. So some guys with good qualifying runs here today to try and get a good finish. Green flag is out. Didn't see very much wrecking in either the Truck Series race or the Mobile and Cup Series race. We'll see if that's going to be the case here today. There's a lot of racing room here at this racetrack, so we'll see if they can keep it clean all day long. So far, so good. Off of turn 2, Joshua Courier with a rear deck lid full of the Jordan Hester machine. Jordan Hester, if my memory serves. Oh, there's a car off the racetrack back there. I don't know who it was. We'll wait till this battle down at the stripe. Looks like Joshua Curry's going to lead it, but who was involved? Oh, John Dillon, who started on the outside of the front row. Arnold Columbia's gotten a piece of it. Jake Cole, Stephen Dillon, heavy damage. Robert Bann is involved. Vincent Marsh, Jared Crocious, Corey Williams. Oh, there's another wreck here. Ralph Green, Felix Harris, and Evan Nugent involved, along with James McLeod. Also damage to John Brace. Christian Johns has got damage. Little damage maybe to Jake Berg's machine. Anthony McCurry may have gotten a piece of that as well. Looking further up here, it looks like everybody else made it through. Wow, Ray Wilson, Matthew Rodriguez, they lost a lot of ground. Why don't we take a look and see why we're under the caution flag? Well, John Dillon's been running very well in the Snickers Cup Series standings, so this is going to be a big blow to that team. Let's see where the contact starts here. It looks like the 38 of James Ball just comes up into Arnold Columbia. And there's nowhere that John Dillon's able to go. And let's see if anybody gets any contact from either of these two cars. Doesn't really look like it. There's a spin further up here. There goes Jake Cole off the nose of Robert Bann. Vincent Marsh and Jared Crocious hit the wall. There you go. Corey Williams, Stephen Dillon, they're involved here. And then there's something else that happens further up here. Somewhere around Evan Nugent, I think. There's Nugent. Does he get turned by Christian James, or does somebody wreck further up? Yeah, there we go. Evan Nugent down into up into Jake Berg. Ralph Green, James McLeod. Trent Whitney got some of that. So did Christian James. So did John Brace. So did, that's the Felix Harris machine back there. Anthony McCurry looks like he made his way by. I don't know. Let's see if Felix Harris hit the wall or anything. Did he make contact with the wall or did he save it? Okay, he made a little bit of contact with the outside retaining wall. Right there. Just a little bit. Not very much. Ralph Green getting a piece of that as well. I think we mentioned him. Watch Anthony McCurry make his way by here. Along with Jack Nathan and Harold Columbia. I think they got through it. Pretty good move by Anthony McCurry, Harold Columbia, and Jack Nathan to miss that wreck right there. Well, we're back getting ready to go under green. The lights are out atop the pace car. Here's the top 10. Joshua Courier leads. Jordan Hester is second. Noel Stiller is up to third. James Bald in fourth. His teammate Nick Eggleston runs fifth. Kenny McCurry is in sixth. Front Row Motorsports doing pretty good right now. Patrick Murphy, he's up in 7th. So 3 of the Front Row Motorsports cars are in the top 7. Adam Chambers is 8th. Ziggy Bates 9th. And Timmy Pacioli, our points leader, has moved his way up into the top 10. We'll step aside for a quick commercial break and then come back for the green flag. Welcome back. We are about to go under green with Joshua Courier out in front. Over Jordan Hester, Noel Stiller, James Bald, and Nick Eggleston. Green flag is back out. We're back underway on lap 6 of 25. Didn't take us long to get under our first caution. A few drivers already have retired. John Dillon and Corey Williams. Everybody else that was involved has returned to the racetrack. Taking the biggest hit probably would be John Dillon. He came in doing pretty well in the Snickers Cup Series standings. Whoa, James Bald and Noel Stiller Getting a little anxious back there as here comes Jordan Hester to the inside. Hester, if memory serves me, has 2 wins in the Snickers Cup Series. Both came last year, and I believe they were both back-to-back wins. But I'm seeing that number 92 car of Timmy Pacioli coming back up to the front here. This guy, man, you just cannot throw any cold water on the hot streak he has been having. But I'll tell you one thing I'm really impressed with, and I mentioned this during the rundown, is the fact that Front Row Motorsports has 3 of their rides up there. The 34 of Dougie Shears, the 37 of Nick Eggleston, the 38 of James Bald, all doing very well here today. It's Hester, Courier, and then our points leader, Timmy Pacioli. Very, very interesting the way that Timmy Pacioli has just been unrelentless on his dominance so far, but he may end up slipping here as James Bald has forged a hold to the inside. 6 car of Noah Cars is coming up the inside line as well. Bald moves into 3rd, just behind Jordan Hester and Joshua Courier. Pacioli is back to 4th. Still under green. Courier closing in on Hester. Will look to put a move here. Here he comes. Can he get a run to the inside? Looks like he can. And Joshua Courier's going to try and take the top spot. Caution, I believe, is out. I think I heard a wreck back there. We'll see if just a moment. At the stripe, it's going to be Joshua Courier with the lead. And let's see if the caution is indeed waving. No caution. And I don't know who I heard scrape the wall. Oh, looks like maybe Ziggy Bain in the 24. Ziggy Bain and Adam Chambers. Are they off the pace? Oh, there's a wreck. Devin Wilson. That was Devin Wilson and Matthew Rodriguez. And this time the caution will come out. They'll race it back to the line here. Joshua Courier out in front. Pacioli and Noah Carr's going to battle it down for 2nd. Looks like Pacioli will get it. James Bald crosses in 3rd. Noah Carr's 4th. And I believe 5th is Nick Eggleston. But Joshua Courier started on the pole. He's moved his way back up to the front, but we're under the caution flag. First, let's see if something happened to the 24 and the 27 of Ziggy Bain and Adam Chambers. Okay, I thought I heard some cars scrape the wall off in turn 4, and indeed I did. Right here, Ziggy Bain and Adam Chambers, they're kind of leaning on each other, and they are going to go up. Chambers is going to scrape the wall first. Ziggy Bain gets a little bit more contact than Chambers does, but both of them somehow were able to continue after slapping the wall there in turn 4. But now let's see what happened to Devin Wilson and Matthew Rodriguez, both with pretty extensive damage. Now it looks like a case of maybe a little bit of crowding going on. Maybe some contact there between the 1 and the 43 right there. Yeah, that is the case. Alex Lozano in the 1 getting into Matthew Rodriguez in the 43 right there. Sends him up the racetrack and ooh. It's quite a hit for both those race cars. Devin Wilson and Matthew Rodriguez. And that's what puts us under the caution for the 2nd time here today. Now we're getting ready to go back under green. Cars out as a result of this wreck. Matthew Rodriguez and Devin Wilson both heading to the garage area. Cars are in turn 2 right now. Let's show you the way they run. Joshua Courier is the leader. Points leader Timmy Pacioli still there. He's 2nd. James Bald is 3rd. Noah Cars is 4th, and Nick Eggleston is in 5th. Kenny McCurry is up to 6th. Jordan Hester is slid back to the 7th position. Patrick Murphy runs in 8th. 9th is Noel Stiller, and in 10th is Dougie Shears. Shane Green runs 11th. 12th is John Worry. 13th is Alex Lozano. 14th right now, Anthony McCurry. 15th is Angel D'Souza. She's worked her way up through the field nicely. That's Ray Wilson. He's 16th. 17th is Jack Richards. Jack Nathan runs 18th. 19th is John Brace. And 20th is Jonathan Morris. Sean Galligan, T.O. Bain, Harold Columbia, Felix Harris, and James McLeod, that's the rest of the top 25. Pace car will peel off and we'll go back to green flag racing on lap 14 with 11 laps to go. 2 Dodges pacing the field. And the green flag is out. Joshua Courier got a nice little restart there, but Tay Pacioli got a pretty good restart as well. Actually, everybody did, except for probably Jordan Hester and Nick Eggleston, as they've now got challenges to their inside lines. Still, all three front row motorsports cars doing very well. All three still in the top 5. Patrick Murphy in the 34, James Bald in the 38, and Nick Eggleston in the 37. Here comes points leader Timmy Pacioli to the inside line, but he gets shoved out of the way by James Bald. What a move by James Bald. Whoa, look at this! Noah Carr's trying to make it a 5-man fight along with Kenny McCurry. And here we go. Kenny McCurry going to try and use that inside line all of a sudden. And all of a sudden, Timmy Pacioli finds himself on the outside line. And that's not the place to be. Joshua Courier also back on that outside line. And I heard someone scrape the wall. Don't know if that's enough to bring out a caution. Let's see. Yes, caution is waving. Let's follow this race back to the line first. Oh, look at it tight off the corner. Oh, boy. Timmy Pacioli's in the mix of this. It's like they all make... Oh, Dougie Shears almost got turned. Did he get turned is the question. Jake Cole is the reason we're under the caution flag, but I want to see if we do have a problem with... well, Kenny McCurry crossed the stripe into the leader. There's Dougie Shears. He did not get turned, but he was sideways for a moment there. And it looks like the reason we're under the caution is for Jake Cole. Jared Crocious may have gotten a piece of it as well. Evan Nugent is involved. Jake Berg, Adam Chambers... And we already know Jake Cole got a piece of it. Maybe even some contact for Ralph Green. And, oh! Joshua Courier, he crossed the stripe in 8th, and I'll bet he got turned. Let's see what happened to Courier after we find out what happened to Jake Cole, Jake Berg, and others. Well, here it is from best I could see. Jonathan Morris on the back bumper of Ray Wilson. T.O. Bain right on the back bumper of Jonathan Morris. 16 is going to try and go to the inside of the 15 car there, but the 48 is already on his left rear deck lid. And it ends up being that the 48 turns the 16 down the racetrack. 16 comes down, clips Felix Harris in the 35, up into the John Brace machine in the 29. Ray Wilson will also get quite a piece of this. And then there's Robert Ban. Ban gets a piece of it right there. Chambers comes into the picture. He hits Robert Ban. Evan Nugent rear-ends Jake Cole further back there in all that smoke. You can't really see very well. Jared Crocious hits Evan Nugent. Vincent Marsh just makes his way through there. And it's just pretty much a real pileup. Oh, someone, I think it was Jake Berg right there on that left side of your, or right side of your screen, nailed Jake Cole. Oh, Christian James gets Evan Nugent. Nugent flips upside down. That's the second time we've seen Evan Nugent flip upside down, and I think in... at least 3 Snickers Cup Series races. He ended up having a wild flip at Las Vegas, if memory serves me. And that's why we're under the caution flag. Let's see now what happened to Joshua Courier. Well, this was coming down, getting lined up for running under caution. He just kind of gets into Anthony McCurry a little bit, and then Alex Lozano in turn gets into the 22, and 22 car pole sitter Joshua Courier just gets turned around. But he did cross the stripe in 8th. He has bypassed all those cars that bypassed him, and he is still running in the 8th position. But a little bit of confusion under the caution flag. So, cars out as a result of this past wreck include the 16 car of Jonathan Morris, also Jake Berg, Adam Chambers, Evan Nugent, Robert Ban, Jake Cole, Christian James. They have retired from this event. Here's the way they line up. We'll go back under green with 6 laps remaining. Kenny McCurry is out in front. Patrick Murphy's up there in 2nd. Dougie Shears is 3rd. Remember, we told you he's very good here at Auto Club Speedway. He may be planning a little surprise for these front 2. Then James Bald, he's running there still in 4th. Anthony McCurry is up to 5th. And Noah Cars runs in 6th. He's been doing very good jobs ever since he replaced Tom Weekly there in that 6th car. Then we got Timmy Pacioli. He's back in 7th. Joshua Courier still there in 8th. Teammates in Noel Stiller and Alex Lozano run 9th and 10th. Still got 3 of the front row motorsports cars in the top 11. Nick Eggleston is in 11th. Then it's Jordan Hester 12th. John Worry is 13th. 14th is Shane Green. 15th is Jack Richards. Angel D'Souza, Sean Galligan, Harold Columbia, Jack Nathan, and T.O. Bain. That's the rest of the top 20. Well, Kenny McCurry out in front in the 09 car. And the green flag is out. We've got 6 laps to go. Can we finish under green? If a caution comes out, I do think we would be able to finish this race under green anyway, but it'd be nice to be able to race this all the way to the checkers if possible. There, Dougie Shears making a move to the inside of Patrick Murphy there in the 34. Anthony McCurry suddenly coming up into the picture here as well as he goes to the inside of James Bald. That's for 4th, and Timmy Pacioli suddenly starting to forge his way back up into the top 5 once again. Dougie Shears now trying to get a run on the inside of Kenny McCurry. Both the McCurrys doing very well, and the caution, I believe, is waving again. It is indeed. At the stripe, it looks like it's going to be Kenny McCurry over Dougie Shears for the moment. Caution is waving for, Angel D'Souza. She was running in the top 20, I believe. Jordan Hester also getting a piece of it. Looks like right there, something's flying off the left side of his car. Might be a piece of tape, I don't know for certain. You can see it right there around the 11. Just on the first one of the 11. And it looks like those are the only 2 cars that may have been involved. Yeah, there is something wrong with that car. There's something caught on that side of that FedEx Toyota. Oh, and there's Anthony McCurry. McCurry may have gotten a piece of something. There he is, right there. Whoa, what happened to the 88 car? He's got a little bit of damage. Crosses the stripe in 3rd, but he's got some left rear damage to the Amp Energy Chevrolet. Alright, let's first find out what happened to D'Souza and Hester, and then we'll find out what happened to the 88 of McCurry. Yeah, I was right. Both these drivers running in the top 20. Angel D'Souza had crossed the stripe in 15th last time by, and I think Hester had been just ahead of her in 14th, but there's the contact right there. She just kind of turns Hester up the racetrack. Hester hits the wall, and then D'Souza gets loose, comes up the racetrack, and also pounds the outside wall, and then she and Jordan Hester both are just caught up there on that outside retaining wall, so it's pretty much a 2-car incident there between Angel D'Souza and Jordan Hester, both of whom were running at the time in the top 15. Let's now see what happened to Anthony McCurry. Well, you gotta wonder what was going through Patrick Murphy's mind here, as he ends up just pretty much turning the 88 car of Anthony McCurry. McCurry goes into a slide, and I think that car is going to come down and hit the inside retaining wall right there. Yeah, and that's where he got his left rear damage to the Amp Energy Chevrolet. I don't know how bad the damage is, if he'll have to come down pit road, get that repaired or not. He had crossed the stripe in the 3rd position. We're going to keep close tabs on that and see what's going on there. Not certain, though, what Patrick Murphy's motive was for turning the 88. Now it's going to be a 1-lap shootout to decide this race, folks. And this is the way they line up. After that wreck, nobody retired. D'Souza, Hester, they're still in it. Anthony McCurry still runs there in 3rd. It's his younger brother, Kenny McCurry, leading the race. Dougie Shears is there in 2nd. 3rd is Anthony McCurry. Timmy Pacioli is 4th. And in 5th is Patrick Murphy. Then it's going to be James Bald, Noel Stiller, Nick Eggleston, Alex Lozano, and Noah Kars. That's the top 10. Joshua Courier 11th, John Worry 12th. Sean Galligan, this guy's come out of nowhere. He's up to 13th. In 14th right now. He's come out of nowhere as well. Harold Columbia, if I remember correctly, he started off in the 41st position. T.O. Bain runs 15th. 16th is Shane Green. Jack Nathan in 17th. Felix Harris is up to 18th. 19th is Vincent Marsh, and Ralph Green is 20th. 21st, James McLeod. 22nd, Stephen Dillon. Trent Whitney, 23rd. 24th is John Brace. 25th is Jack Richards. 26th is Ziggy Bain. The rest of the top 30 is Arnold Columbia, Ray Wilson, Jared Crocious, and Jordan Hester, and then Angel D'Souza runs in 31st position. 31 cars still left on the racetrack. That means a total of 11 are back in the garage area. And we are ready for a 1-lap shootout. White flag and green flag will come out at the same time. Can Kenny McCurry pick up the win? Will Dougie Shears play bridesmaid once again here at California? Green flag is out. And Kenny McCurry got a good jump there. Don't know if that's such a good thing, though. We'll find out. He's got about a 3-4 car length lead over Dougie Shears heading near into turn 1. Kenny McCurry out in front. Dougie Shears is starting to close up the gap, though. He is now 2 car lengths. Make it 1 car length. Now a half a car length off the 09 car as he takes us down to the inside. Dougie Shears is going to try and get the win here, California. Here he comes down that inside line. He's got the inside line. He's got the inside momentum. Here comes Kenny McCurry. He'll try to battle back on the high side. It may be a photo finish, but it is Dougie Shears with the inside line winning at California. Dougie Shears not willing to settle for second again. He is going to victory lane here today in the Snickers Cup Series. Kenny McCurry just did not have enough momentum off turn 4 to get that outside line to work. He'll have to settle for second position, but Dougie Shears has gotten it done today at California, picking up career win in the NNSCRA Snickers Cup Series number 2. And here's the finishing order. Dougie Shears wins. Kenny McCurry second. How about James Bald, Patrick Murphy? They'll finish third and fourth. Alex Lozano fifth. Joshua Courier finished up in the 6th position. Good run for him. Anthony McCurry slid back to 7th, but still a nice top 10 run. Nick Eggleston in 8th. How about all 3 of those front row motorsports cars? 3rd, 4th, and 8th. Good run for them today. Tim Patchula, our points leader, he finishes in the 9th position. So his winning streak is ended at 4. Noah Cars finishes in 10th. Noel Stiller, John Worry, Sean Galligan, Jack Nathan, and Harold Columbia finish in the top 15. How about Galligan, Nathan, and Harold Columbia? Didn't talk much about them all day long, and they finished 13 through 15. John Worry, we didn't talk much about him either, with a 12th place finish. And you can take a look at the rest of the finishing order here. Jordan Hester, Angel D'Souza, they'll finish in 25th and 26th, so they were able to make a little bit out of what they had. Cars out of the race included Jonathan Morris, Jake Berg, Adam Chambers, Evan Nugent, Robert Bann, Jake Cole, Christian James, Matthew Rodriguez, Devin Wilson, Corey Williams, and John Dillon. He came in doing really well in the standings, and man, 42nd on the day. Tough break for him. So, it is Dougie Shears who goes to victory lane here today at California. Hope you'll tune in when our next race is going to come from, I don't know if I have the sheet with me. Oh, yes, I do. Okay, it's going to come from Texas Motor Speedway. And then after that, we head to Talladega. So, 2 great tracks, Texas and Talladega, coming up next. Hope you'll tune in. The trucks head to Texas next. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, now merged with the NCG MRS.